Well, everybody knows about the Streisand effect. But we've coined the term the John Hancock effect just a few minutes ago about we're not trying to win a popularity contest with a corrupt, evil, corporate global government. We're trying to challenge it. We're trying to expose it. We know it's going to attack us. We know it's going to lie about us. We are shock troops hitting the barbed wire. Because people that are still in that paradigm of peer pressure, they think, oh, look, you're being attacked. You must be a loser. No, we chose this decades ago. This is my mission. It's why we're changing the world. We're shattering the matrix. But then I came up with a new term, talking to Harrison, walking back to my house, that is the fantasy effect. Or why, on average, what you'd call conservatives, that's just a modern term for people that like freedom and things we had in the U.S. If we were in communist China, we wouldn't be conservatives. We want to live under communism. We'd be progressives. All these terms mean nothing. It's what you are historically, free market, decentralized versus collective centralized. Whether it be royalty, whether it be communism, whether it be fascism, they're all nightmare systems. We know that. So now we're going to define the fantasy effect. The fantasy effect, and this is so critical because so many people, not just LARPers, not just trendies, not just gamers, not just ready game oneers, who get so defensive when you talk about how they live in a fantasy world, how the globalists wrote white papers 40 years ago planning to design artificial realities to basically turn you into PKD wireheads. None of that's bad in of itself. It's how it's being forcefully pushed and how it's being hijacked. We need to discuss the fantasy effect and the example of how it keeps people from being part of the real global revolution that's taking place. So, Harrison?
Yeah, well, when you're talking about the cave, you're talking about Plato's The Cave, which is sort of the archetypal metaphor that places like, or the things like The Matrix uses. And it's this idea that all the world is sort of kept in shadow and they don't even know, they can't even see that they're being chained and that they're being fed information. And then somebody is pulled out of that. And to be pulled out of that, they have to be forcefully pulled out. I mean, you think, Neo waking up and having to pull this thing out of his mouth, and it's not a pleasant effect. And most people don't choose to do it. And
all we're offering is the truth.
Right, and all we're offering is the truth. I mean, it's so archetypical that everybody recognizes it. Everybody understands exactly what people are talking about when they talk about things like the cave or the Matrix. And everybody wants to think that they would be Neo, but then they're given the choice. And they're not going to be Neo. No, they're just going to go back to sleep. They're going to be Tank or whatever his name is, who says, hey, you know what? I've had the red pill. It's too much. Give me the steak and the women.
I want to be a celebrity.
And the rich, right, and the wealth and all this stuff. And so the fantasy effect is this effect that I've seen with my friends where they love Lord of the Rings and they love Harry Potter and they love The Matrix and they love to put themselves in the mindset of these heroes. Game of Thrones, any of these things.
I'm in the real Game of Thrones. I talk to the president all the time. I talk to Congress. I talk to deputy directors of the CIA.
Exactly.
I change the world. My research and talking points become global. I mean, I see myself devastating them with the help of the listeners daily. This is the real world.
Right.
I'm not playing Ready Player One.
Right. Well, and it's this weird disconnect between the way they think that things are, the fantasy that they see, and then the reality that they face and how they treat those things differently. I mean, think about, there's a classic picture of Princess Leia there with the gun. And all I think when I see that is see, that's why the Empire wants gun control. They don't want Princess Leia with the gun.
And now in the new posters, they're taking the guns away.
Right. Yeah, they're taking the guns out of Star Wars. All these people think that they'd be in the Resistance. They think that they would be in Dumbledore's army. You wouldn't be in Dumbledore's army. If you've ever read Harry Potter, read it again with the mindset, an open mindset.
Oh, the lady that wrote it hates InfoWars, hates Paul.
Which is the strangest thing ever, because what happens to Harry Potter? What happens to Harry Potter? Harry Potter starts not towing the company line. He starts going against the Ministry of Magic. What happens? They start publishing lies about him in the newspaper. People have to go to alternative media to get the truth. Dumbledore's army, people saying, oh, join Dumbledore's army. Now's your chance to fight back against Voldemort, thinking that Trump's Voldemort. Trump is Dumbledore, you idiots. Dumbledore's army was underground. They had to, the people in power tried to stomp that out, and the Dumbledore's army had to go underground. What were they doing? They were teaching themselves to fight back. What happened when Voldemort got a hold of the Ministry and put Hogwarts on lockdown? They stopped teaching defense against the dark arts because the people doing the dark arts don't want you to be able to fight against it. What do you think is going on in the world when they try to shut down people like InfoWars? You think that this is it's Dumbledore trying to shut down Voldemort? No, this is Voldemort trying to shut down Dumbledore's army. So it's just this effect of fantasy, of the disconnect between people's fantasy and then when they're faced with the reality. Because I have friends that I tell about this stuff and they understand it. When I talk to them, they get it. And they go, oh yeah, that's really bad. Oh yeah, this sounds awful. Oh wow, yeah, it really is the empire. What you're facing right now. And then I say, yeah.
How do I stop this from being done? I hit the wrong button. I was zooming in.
It's all right. No, I don't even know. Here we go. Done. There you go.
Cool. Yeah, they don't even get. Here's the deal. They're saying you're talking to us. I do that too. Here's the deal. When you're not teleprompter controlled, when you really care, you've got all the data. You're trying to build a big picture.
Well,
and that's the thing. Listen, here's the deal.
Yeah.
We have classic authoritarianism. And I'm out here in this beautiful field to show you there's a whole universe, not just the internet. I'm plugging into the internet to reach you, like folks jacking into the Matrix, but doesn't mean we want to live in the Matrix. And that's all I'm saying is classic authoritarianism is being carried out. It's not liberal, it's not conservative, it's authoritarianism. And all these people, they think, oh yeah, okay, maybe you're right, I should be involved. Yeah, this is going on, but I'm involved in other fantasies of role-playing, of wargaming, fantasies. When your brain's decided to wargame, your brain is made to wargame for real things in your life, planting the crops, defending your family, creating medicine for your children, teaching them the logic of the future. All of this is the reality, and they don't want you to know that. And exactly all the archetypes that they've made billions of dollars off are fighting the establishment. And now even those archetypes, they're getting rid of them because they know that you'll innately understand what's happening. So that's what's going on here. And that's why there's a conspiracy. There's a program of putting you into a fantasy land. They admit that's their plan. And so all we're saying is be aware of it and understand this is really going on. And whatever the establishment's pushing, these college degrees that are worthless 90% of the time, or any of this, is being put there by vertical integrating predators in a breakaway civilization. Look up breakaway civilization. Learn why the globalists hate me so much. I've read their white papers. I'm just somebody with a popular forum talking about real stuff, and it freaks them out that I know this stuff, and they hope you don't look. Quite frankly, if they hadn't tried to suppress this so long, we wouldn't even be as big. But they know we're saying real stuff that scares them. Other points?
Well, what happens in the cave when somebody goes out and they're blinded and it hurts and they have to force through that pain to finally see the truth?
From Plato's allegory.
Plato's allegory of the cave. What happens when they return back underground? Everyone, and they try to show the light and they try to show the truth to the people. Well, the people who've been underground and in the shadow all their life attack those people who try to bring them the truth, and they try to shut them down because it hurts when you're in a cave and I'm showing you a bright light. It's going to blind you and you're going to think I'm attacking you. No, I'm trying to show you the truth. I'm trying to bring you out of that
NPR is
cave.
all hypnotic. Go to sleep, soft voices. Go to sleep. We're here, alarm clock, trying to get you awake.
Right, and another one of their main tactics is to get people to think that it's hopeless, and it's something that I recognize in my friends. I'm a young guy, I'm in my 20s, and all of my friends, they all go, yeah, it freaking sucks what's happening, man, but I'm just not gonna wear, it's too much trouble, I'm not gonna be able to change anything. Yeah,
I can go to the academy next year.
Just don't worry about it, and it's like, guys, I'm literally involved in a real life Game of Thrones. I'm literally involved in a real life Star Wars.
And they're openly saying shut us down, and they're openly saying censor us. And they're openly putting chemicals in the food and water. This is the big enchilada, folks. This is what they fear. We're just breaking down their public blueprints to totally enslave you and your family. So, the Streisand effect, the John Hancock effect, the LARPing effect, the fantasy effect. Be aware of them all. Streisand's a good effect. They try to cover up the truth, it explodes. The John Hancock is a great effect. But the fantasy effect is not a good effect. You should be aware of it. Infowars.com, newswars.com. I'm going to go and hang out with the kids. Good job, Harrison. Anything else you want to add?
Thank you. Buy the products. Pay my salary. I love doing this.
Oh, that's another point. I'm glad you say that. My daughter's over here. Bunny, run over here. I want she's on TV. Run over here. I'm coming in 2 minutes. I'm going to go paint with you in just 2 minutes. We'll go swimming. My sweetheart, we're done in 2 minutes. Be a good girl. Follow me out here to the local park. Now, my house, there's not a bug in your hair. That was just a piece of stuff. What I was going to say here is...
Products.
Yeah, I never plug in these live feeds, and we brought in more money in 2017 than we did in 2016. Nobody did that, but we expanded massively. This year, I've just been so busy. I've been focused on trying to bring money in. We're trying to hire people. We're trying to expand the studios. You see the attack we're under. You see all the George Soros and Democratic Party lawsuits. We've got the very strongest turmeric. Look at how great it is. Bodies is back in stock. We've got, it ends today, 50% off our great nootropic, Brain Force, the Real Red Pill. Together, you can get them 50% off, or individually 50% off, and get free shipping. And when you financially support us, the core people that got around the censors that found this live feed, you are absolutely checkmating what Soros and others are doing. We built up some nest eggs and things to deal with these things, but it's just metrically a new lawsuit every week. They're all fraudulent. We've thrown 6 out, 13 that have been filed the last year, but they see that happening. They're getting more and more pissed. And even liberal lawyers are in Daily Beast going, these are fake lawsuits. They're all going to get slapback suits, have to pay for these. Yeah, but we got to go through those first. And we're close to some of the slapbacks and filing suit on some of the folks. You got to beat the lawsuits first, and then you sue them. And it's not fun, but it's got to be done. So we're fighting for the First Amendment. They're not just trying to repeal the Second Amendment. So InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com, or 888-253-3139. If you know what's in your house and in the environment, we have a 4-stage ion filter, Alexa Pure Breeze. Leading competitors, when I first started promoting it 3 years ago, were $1,000. I bought similar units. They had them at $300 then. Now they're down to $200. 4-stage ion, miniaturized. They only make like $30-40. That's all I make. They've got a coupon, 50% off right now. That's about to end on Alexa Pure Breeze. It's the very best unit with the lowest price, InfoWarsStore.com. InfoWarsLife.com is the supplements, but it's all the same site. And it's all of you that have financially supported us, but also upload this video to your channel. People send me emails every hour. Can I copy your video? Can I upload it on my channel? Can I put it on Vimeo? Or can I put it on all these other new third-party sites? Don't just do it now. This is all free to air. Our satellite feed to TV stations, free to air. All the commercials, they don't have to even play theirs. I mean, ours, they can play theirs. We're just everything. It's just, we're all in this together, man. Out in this field, I got everything I need. My beautiful daughter, my middle daughter's over here. I'm just out here. It's like Valhalla right now. I just love God. I just want to crush tyrants. I want to crush the pedophiles. I want to crush the warmongers. I've got everything in the universe. And I love you and I appreciate you. And you are the people through us, like we're your avatar, that you are InfoWars. Those of you that see through the propaganda, see through the mind control, and see how we've already changed the world. So the biggest sales ever at InfoWarsStore.com, they're about to end. Take advantage of those today. Bodies, the ultimate turmeric formula, it's back in stock. InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. Funding us. Soros overthrows governments, does all this corrupt stuff. We're funded by you. We don't rob banks. We don't run all this stuff they do. We are just funded by you. So thank you all for your financial support. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or 888-253-3139. You owe it yourself to get Brain Force. If you get anything, third party, 6,000 plus reviews, power reviews. It is the best nootropic. It's like an $80 nootropic right now in $19.95. Basically cost us that. Normally sell for like $40. It's 50% off right now because I want you to try it. Brain Force. It's a win-win for us to promote free speech. It's a win-win for you. They hope you don't take action. They hope you sit on the fence as LARPers in fantasy land and go pay in Second Life for your white Lamborghini instead of just getting something that's great for you and your family, or an InfoWars t-shirt to promote free speech, or meet like-minded people. The revolution's waiting for you right now. We need financial support, but whatever you do, spread the live links. God bless you all.